7G.1. Blueprint shows a layout of a building. Every 3 inches represents 5 feet. So 3 inches represents 5 feet. One of the walls in the blueprint is 21 inches long. What is the length? So we're set up a proportion, inches. We're going to establish that inches is our numerator. And since this is 21 inches, that goes on top. And we're looking for x. So we can always cross multiply and get the answer. But if we notice a pattern here, like 3 times what gives us 21, that would be 3 times 7. We can do the same thing to the denominator, times 7. And 5 times 7 is 35, and we're going to keep our units feet. So number 1 is C. Number 2, the diagram below shows the layout of the enclosure of horses. In the diagram, every 4 centimeters, and we're going to write this, so let's go to number 2. Oops, wrong way. So every 4 centimeters represents 7 meters. To the nearest whole number, what's the area of the enclosure? Okay, so we have to do this twice. So 4 centimeters is 7 meters. What's the actual length for these? So let's start with this length, 28 centimeters. Here's our scale. Centimeters goes on top, and since this is 28 centimeters, we're going to have that equal to our centimeters, because centimeters will stay on top and meters will stay on the bottom. And we don't know how many meters. So you can always cross multiply, but there's a relationship here, times 7. If we multiply 7 on top, we can multiply by 7 in the denominator, and 7 times 7 equals 49 meters. So this is actually 49 meters in the actual enclosure. Now we do the same thing for the width. 4 centimeters is 7 meters. So what is 12 centimeters? 4 times 3 gives us 12. So if we multiply on the top, we have to multiply on the bottom. 7 times 3 gives us 21. So this length is 21 meters. And now we want the area. So area equals length times width. Area equals 49, the length, times the width, times 21. So 49 times 21, and area is 1,029 square meters. The answer to 2 is D. Number 3 has multiple parts. So let's look at that. 3. A road map that uses a scale of 1 inch is 20 miles. 2 cities are 7 inches apart. If you're making a map that uses a different scale, how far are they on the map? So we're talking about distance on the map, so we're talking small numbers. So the first thing we need to do is find how far are they actual distance. Times 7, so down here we're going to times 7. 20 times 7, or 2 times 7 is 14, just add a 0. So they are 140 miles apart. This is the actual mileage that they are apart. But we're making a different map, and on the next map we have 3 inches representing 35 miles. Now on this map we want to know how far they are on the map. How far are they actually? We just found that out. 140 miles. And now we can cross multiply and divide, unless of course you know your multiples of 35. So for this one we would do 140 times 3 It was 420. Now we need to divide that by 35, and we get 12 inches. So the answer at number 3 is C.